Week 11 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He comes in fourth in the NFL in rushing touchdowns this year. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his third NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win? On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Walker is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Walker once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Niners offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Smith now to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Play action. It's Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing now is Geno. This is caught. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Zach Charbonnet. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle. The Niners at 7-2 here on the year, and they were losers last time out, but winners of 7 of 9 prior to that.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Debo going in motion left. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Debo Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Debo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do. and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Samuel in motion. Here's Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Debo going in motion left. Purdy now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Samuel in motion. Purdy sets up to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Debo going in motion left. Now Purdy. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the slot man goes in motion left. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now they can't bring him down. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He completes this to Walker. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Geno now to throw. And Walker has it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Rick.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Gino. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Smith. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And Walker once more. Powerful running. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now 2nd and 9. Now Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, here's Walker. Pushes him over. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, it's Walker. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, guy kept...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback ready to... The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These 2 teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Smith. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. This is 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Smith to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. For the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what happened.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for San Francisco, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.